We're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Hello and welcome to Marketing Edge on TV, Nigerians' leading initiative in the business of brand management and the management of brand business. It is a 30-minute potpourri of brand news, branding focus, and industry conversation, all in a mix, encompassing thorough and in-depth, all aimed at promoting the brand idea. I'm Ogalia Bikele Mafuru.
It's insightful, it's exciting, it's enriching. It's Marketing Edge on TV, a half-hour TV show on the business of brand management and the management of brand business. Marketing Edge on TV is a potpourri of juicy and exclusive industry news on brands, advertising, media, PR, branding focus, industry conversation, and the entire gamut of integrated marketing communications business. It's a business show with glamour and grandeur. We serve you hot and sizzling with all ingredients in the mix. Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand ideal.
Good to have you back. First on Marketing Edge on TV is Brand News, where we bring you the latest occurrences around brands and in the field of advertising, marketing, and communication in Nigeria and around the world. Now on Brand News. Leading brand-centric advertising and marketing publication, Marketing Edge, will today assemble industry intellectuals and seasoned practitioners in hosting the 2022 edition of Fireside Conversation. The event, a forum where notable and renowned experts in the integrated marketing communications sector will give market insights on the brand building business for the purpose of stimulating a deeper level of thinking and capacity building. The event-themed Marketing and Brand Positioning in a Digital Age is a novel initiative in the industry as it brings selected industry stakeholders together for an uncommon brainstorming towards improving the Nigerian media and marketing ecosystem. It is holding today at NECA House Building between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. According to John Ajayi, the CEO and publisher of Marketing Edge, the essence of the roundtable discussion is to enable Marketing Edge employees share marketing insights with renowned marketing gurus and professionals who have earned an enviable position for themselves in the industry. Attending the conversation are a galaxy of industry icons and heads who will be offering key insights and ideas. They are Dr. Tayo Oyedeji, CEO Publicist Group Redefini Nigeria, Chegu Oguneye, General Manager of 7up Botley Company, Ozone Umbanefo, Managing Director, CEO O2 Academy, amongst others. The roundtable discussion is the first major event by the company in the new year, and it is aimed at strengthening the market positioning of the Marketing Edge brand and its offerings. The president of the National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria, NIMN, Mr. Dorian Enang, has charged practitioners to maximize their capabilities to improve productivity rather than relying on electioneering campaigns expected to dominate the entire media space this year. Speaking to Marketing Edge on TV in an exclusive interview during the fellowship induction ceremony of Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria, APCON, held recently in Lagos, the NIMN president said the impact of politicking on the advertising industry and the nation's economy is minimal. He argued that the political campaigns do not drive economic activities. Rather, they create a temporary facade of burdens, noting that practitioners should intensify efforts to improve on the value offerings this year, as it is vital to the growth of the industry.
In my early days as a brand manager in the early 90s, we always thought the election, people are going to spend more, there will be a lot of money. It's a myth, because politicians don't spend. They are hoarders. And then what drives the ripple effect of economic activities is not the politicking. What drives it is a proper oiling of the value chain. And that's what elections don't do. Elections don't oil the value chain. They oil pockets, and they're very temporal. So Whenever anybody puts it on a plan and I look at it, I laugh because there will be no impact because of the elections. Absolutely no impact. I can tell you for free.
In collaboration with Ellen Business School and Academy, Association of Advertising Agencies of Nigeria, AAAN, has launched a 2-day thought-provoking advertising masterclass for top CEOs and senior executives. Tagged Business Approach to Marketing Communications, the interactive session is scheduled to hold on the 23rd and 24th of February 2022. Registration can be done on the Academy website. Training fee is 200,000 naira. Earlier in 2021, AAAN launched Academy in partnership with Ellen Business School. Academy is a global education and innovative marketing communications academy formed to provide educational services that would teach deep strategic thinking skills and practical advertising crafts that will help practitioners and prospects to become first-class professionals. The Advertisers Association of Nigeria, ADVAN, has announced it will be holding its 2022 annual general meeting tomorrow, Thursday, 23rd February, at Marriott Hotel Ikeja, Lagos State. The sectorial body has also announced that the AGM with the theme Collaboration and Integral Success Factor in 2022 will be having the CEO of World Federation of Advertisers, WFA, Stefan Luke, as the keynote speaker. Mr. Luke has been Chief Executive Officer of the World Federation of Advertisers since November 2003. Prior to his current position, he was a Deputy Managing Director and Public Affairs Manager. Goodnight Hygiene, makers of Bsense sanitary pads and Lebrace diapers, has unveiled renowned actress Destiny Etiko as the brand ambassador for its 2 leading brands as part of efforts to deepen its brand positioning in the competitive sanitary napkin market. Speaking at the unveiling ceremony and media briefing which held at the prestigious Oriental Hotel in Lagos on 18th January 2022, John Jiang, Managing Director, Goodnight Hygiene, disclosed that the brands will be playing major roles in the lives and lifestyles of Nigerians by giving back to the economy and educating girls on personal hygiene. To further deepen the positioning of the brands in the Nigerian sanitary napkin market, the newly unveiled brand ambassador Destiny Etiko announced that she would use her platforms to create awareness about the use of sanitary wares for comfort and confidence during menstrual periods.
Well, that was brand news. Next is Brand in Focus after this break.
Everybody want to enjoy. Everybody want to relax. Everybody wants to glow. Nobody want carry last. Oh, no, no, no. Everybody want joy, yeah. Who don't like it better? And if you wanna talk to mommy, 7. If you wanna talk to your daddy, 7. If you wanna run online, yo. 7, 7, 7. If you want plenty data, 7. If you wanna go to Dubai, 7. One more 7, he says 7, 7, 7. Let me hear you say this supernova. 7, 7, 7. Boy, easy life in no dirty wahala. 7, 7, 7. When you use the code, it be like you in a lotto. 7, 7, 7. Let me hear you say this supernova.
The whole sensational world of love, now accessible through one code, *777#.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand ideal.
Now on Brand in Focus. Across the globe, businesses, national and regional economics are dealing with significant disruptions. While some are global, such as the Omicron variant of COVID-19 and climate change, others are regional, like the African Continental Free Trade Area. Others still are local, such as the security challenges as evinced by the Boko Haram terrorist activities, banditry and kidnapping Nigeria is contending with. More pervading in its effect on businesses is the technological disruption that the artificial intelligence, AI, and metaverse, the convergence of the physical and virtual worlds portend. Underscoring the global condition that will impact businesses this year, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, in its economic outlook for the year, has downgraded its global growth forecast as rising COVID-19 cases, supply chain disruption, and high inflation hamper economic recovery. The IMF said it expects global gross domestic products to weaken from 5.9% in 2021 to 4.4% in 2022, with this year's figure being half a percentage point lower than previously estimated, due mainly to growth markdowns in the world's two largest economies, the US and China. However, every smart investor knows that challenges are the nest of opportunities. Businesses that will do well and reap the potentials that lurk within the challenging economic outlook of the year 2022 will be those that adapt at navigating the miles and spotting the business gold miles therein. Such businesses must be agile. Agility refers to the ability of an organization to adapt quickly to market changes internally and externally. This quality must reflect in the organization's culture, leadership, strategy, and governance. Also, no business can be said to have optimized without embracing the digital. The world and global business have gone digital, and any business enterprise that will do well must be digitally savvy as well. To do business in the digital age, technology and digital adoption should permeate the organization's business processes and procedure, customer relation, marketing, and advertisement. The ability to decipher business opportunity and venture into new areas is also important. There is nothing wrong with sticking to a core market, but new challenges in traditional markets, shifts in demand, and changing consumer habits are both threats and new business opportunities. Finally, though there is no playbook for dealing with the kinds of disruptions we are witnessing, having the determination and doggedness to succeed and always seek solutions coupled with the above nuggets should stand any organization in good stead to weather the disruptive storms.
With our branding focus, next is industry conversation, where we have interactions with distinguished men and women who have made tremendous impact in the business of brand management and the management of brand business. Well, this week we will be speaking with the CEO of X3M Ideas and President of the Association of Advertising Agencies of Nigeria, AAAN, Mr. Steve BABAEKO, after this break.
Sure, Danny. This one where you get Christmas mood, so see you with this and this and this every day now. Christmas with Glow BABAEKO plus. Now I feel listen to all my favorite jams all night long.
Glow BABAEKO Plus is here, and every day is now Christmas. Existing Glow customers will get 400% bonus on every recharge and 100 MB data bonus on first recharge of the month. New Glow customers will get 1,000 Naira welcome bonus. To activate, buy a new Glow SIM today or dial *777# for existing Glow customers.
Every day now Christmas with the Glow BABAEKO plus.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand ideal.
Hello and welcome to Industry Conversation, a segment on Marketing Edge on TV, where we have interactions with professionals who have made tremendous impact in the business of brand management and the management of brand business. Well, today we will be having with us the CEO of X3M Ideas, Mr. Steve BABAEKO, who doubles as the President of the Association of Advertising Agencies of Nigeria, AAAN. So pleased to have you with us on Industry Conversation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Steve BABAEKO is an iconic advertising professional, CEO of X3M Ideas and President of the Association of Advertising Agencies of Nigeria, AAAN. So pleased to have you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Well, it has been an exciting year, 2021, and we're looking towards having more exciting experience in the year 2022. So what would be your assessment of the advertising industry this year?
Well, it's been a challenging year, no doubt. I mean, again, you look back from 2020, with the pandemic and the lockdown. So we're still suffering from the hangover of all of that into 2021, even though you saw a little bit of more bullish movement of activities, in 2021, way better than 2020. But the challenges are still there. You know, you saw the virus mutating from Delta virus to Omicron and all of those other things that we've seen unfolding. Yeah, and that has affected, it's been a bit of push and start for businesses. People are still maybe utilizing hybrid system of working. People still working from home. Sometimes they come into the office on a need basis. So it's been mixed match for the whole projection and everything that's happened in business this year. But we're glad and grateful to be here, to still be in business, and that's the most important thing. And
one thing that's very fascinating is the fact that agencies were able to, you know, adapt to the new normal in response to the challenges that accompanied the pandemic here. But give us an assessment of the Nigerian advertising industry when you want to compare it to the global, what is obtainable in the global stage.
Well, I think generally, if you look at the macro picture for the advertising business globally, you say, yeah, it's still in the right direction. There's a bit of upswing. You saw companies like WPP actually start to hit the numbers that they used to hit pre-pandemic. You know, so in 2021 they got back. Mark Reed and his team, they were able to do that. So and you saw all kinds of activities beginning to really pick up pace, you know, at that global level. And if you look at the local scene as well, not so bad. It's business is not what it used to be, but it's better than what obtained from 2020. A lot of our members are able to pay their dues, which for me is like a clear indices that, okay, business is beginning to get slightly better. So we definitely look forward to a brighter 2022.
Yes, and something that's very interesting is the fact that agencies, despite the challenges, were able to put themselves out in the international. We understand that most agents, Nigerian agencies, actually got recognized on the global stage. Can you tell us what gave them the ability to stand out to such, challenging environment?
I would say it's that never say die spirit of the average Nigerian. You know, we're Nigerians. We know that tough times are going to come. And from everything that's happening in our environment, with all of the infrastructural challenges, with all of the monetary policy that sometimes goes up and down like yo-yo, with the whole depreciating value of the naira, still, the average Nigerian entrepreneur is that one that's going to stand up and fight in spite of all of the odds, swimming against the tide to still make global impact. And I say kudos to some of our members. You saw Noah's Ark. They did well in the lorries this year, which is very, very commendable. I think Insight also picked some global award this year. X3M was also winning almost all the international awards this year. So, I mean, overall, I say it's a good year for us on the global stage. And that's what we continue to challenge ourselves with, to say, look, we have to keep flying the flag for Nigeria. And like I jokingly but seriously said at some other event, that the truth is, when athletes go out there and they win a medal for Nigeria, you see all the government executives lining up to shake their hands. But when advertising agencies go out there to win and fly the flag for Nigeria, we don't get the same kind of treatment. I'm using this opportunity to call on the government to...
So what would you say is the reason for such, response from the government?
I think it's just, again, a little bit of ignorance about how the industry works and the kind of value it brings when we go out there to put Nigeria on the map. And our members have been doing it since Adam was a small boy, going out there, flying the flag for Nigeria and doing the nation proud. I think it's about time we get the kind of recognition we deserve for all of those laurels we bring to this country.
Okay, do you think that as the AAAN President, is there something else you can do to, push this narrative forward to be better appreciated by our leaders?
No, definitely. Like, this interview is a good opportunity for me to start to set that ball rolling. And again, thankfully, the Honorable Minister for Information is very open to ideas. So, of course, the next time I meet with him, I'll be definitely putting that idea on the table.
Okay, so what would you say is the major turning point for the advertising industry? The outgone here, and of course, what should we be looking towards 2022?
I think the major turning point, I would say, is just the opportunity and the good fortune to just be able to switch on the light in the offices and say we are working now, as opposed to what happened in 2020, where almost for 70% of the time last year, most agencies worked from home and worked remotely. But this year, we're able to amplify the hybrid system, did a bit of 50-50 balance. I think that's a major turning point, and it looks like it's an indices that maybe things are moving back to what we used to know and what we're familiar with.
What would you say about innovation and technology having to, push the growth of the industry?
That's a given, because whatever it is that was within that basket of technology got fast forwarded by 10 years backward as at 2020. So if you are an agency and you were not you had not already gotten on that technology train, then let's not talk about you in 2021. It means that you got left behind last year. So definitely we got on that train since last year, doing more in terms of technology. E-commerce is growing, and like I always tell my team, in terms of like the retail universe, it's totally changed because of what happened last year. So e-commerce had started growing in Nigeria, but the growth just went to the stratosphere as at 2020. And so then, as a creative agency, you are looking at all of the schematics and the strategies you normally will use for maybe organized retail. And you're saying people are buying online now. So, and if the business of advertising is following the consumer footsteps, how are we as agencies following the consumer footsteps in online stores and trying to engage them and trying to help the client win? So those are the kind of stuff that we're dealing with now, where our members are having to work on in 2021.
Okay, talking about delivering high solutions for clients that meets their expectations.
Sure.
How would you define the client's disposition to advertising, in the heat of the pandemic and all?
Well, to be honest, I think between last year and this year, if the client had always needed advertising anyway, which is why we are in business, right? Well, I think between last year and this year, it's clear that every client needed their agency to be on their A game even more than ever before. Because look, all of a sudden, without us doing anything wrong, we woke up and we found ourselves in the situation we found ourselves between last year and this year. It's a situation that nobody has a manual of how to maneuver through a pandemic, because the last time anything like that happened was 100 years ago. So this is the time where clients needed to be partners with their agencies. And you see, the clients that are able to weather this storm are the guys that have solid relationship with their agencies, are the guys who are willing to co-create with their agencies, are the guys who are willing to say, okay, look, I'll take a bet on my agencies and I'll believe in them and I'll believe in some of the solutions that they are bringing to the table, even though some of them might be a little unorthodox. Because again, they said, these are very uncertain times. It calls for sometimes a little bit of unorthodoxy in terms of the solutions you bring in. And I think we've seen a couple of solid client agency partnership that's brought forth results. So
you would say that agencies met those expectations?
Yeah, I think they did their best to rise up to the occasion. And if you still see clients renew contracts, it shows that they're still satisfied. Also satisfied with the result that they're getting.
Okay. As the president of AAAN, how did your association assist agencies during the turbulent time?
Oh, in so many ways, because again, look, like I told the executive board, this is the time we have to really, really support our members in terms of scanning the landscape and giving our members information. If we see anything new, that's any industry that's bubbling under, we're able to call a few of our agencies, the members that we feel will be best suited to play in those spaces. We did all of that. And we were able to keep giving information about the virus as it was mutating. So just generally give tidbits and advice and support, checking more on our members. We know that mental health became a thing in this year. Again, following up with our members to make sure that they are in good condition. So all of those things we were able to do, and hopefully our members will be able to judge if they will give us pass mark for all our effort or not.
But let's talk a bit about the mental
Sure.
health care that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Are there specific things you do in assisting members to, you know, come out of the mental challenge that the pandemic brought about?
Well, I'll say for X3M, we had to like set up, connect with Mentally Aware Nigeria. We partnered with them, you know, and part of the work we created for them is what won for us in Geneva, in Switzerland. You know, that is one, and that is to say, okay, look, we attacked it from almost like a holistic national point of view, create campaign that will bring more attention for people to care more about their mental health. And we went one step further by enlisting Mentally Aware Nigeria and some bunch of professionals to be able to, for our members, for people who work with us, to consult in the most professional and confidential situation. If you need to talk to somebody, talk to a professional about anything that's on your mind. And because it's been a very tough time, there's nobody that you know now that does not know somebody who was dead or who was terribly sick because of all of the things we've had to go through. So it was important to make that service available to our team members. And what I can do as president is to share our playbook with also some of our members to say, this is what we did. Hopefully one or two of them will find them useful and be able to do the same thing.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand ideal.
But that's how much we can take on Marketing Edge on TV this week. Do well to join us same time next week for the second part of our conversation. I'm Ogali Abikele Mafuru. Bye for now.
The TVC News at 7 and the TVC News at 10 are not like any other news broadcast.
It's the big news hour, the hour for the big breaking stories.
We've got some of the best reporters on the field,
Taking you through as it happened.
It's fast-paced, hard-hitting,
With investigations that matter.
bringing in news that affects your life.
With sport, entertainment, and business news, so you don't miss a thing.
Experience resourceful coverage with depth.
Every night.
Dawn is here. With the land reclaimed, the restoration agenda is in full gear. Governor Kaide Fayemi is consolidating on his 5 pillars of administration: governance, knowledge economy, social investment, agriculture and rural development, infrastructure and industrial development, and many more. Watch Ekiti on the Move on this station and stay informed on the giant strides Ekiti State is taking as the new haven of development and good governance. Ekiti is on the move, building for transformation.
It is time for consolidation of recovery efforts in Borno State, devastated by years of insurgency and terror. From security to education, health, agriculture, infrastructure, and housing, every sector has continued to bear the stamp of Zulum's visionary leadership. Join us on Borno Restoration as we track, showcase, and analyze developmental strides of Professor Babagana Zulu and his overwhelming care for the vulnerable. Borno Restoration on TVC News every Saturday at 8 p.m. It's time to restore.